Hello everyone and welcome to the Science Bedroom, the show that teaches you science in a bedroom. I'm Nery, and today we're talking about soil erosion and weathering. The Earth is an awesome place. It's got lots of super cool stuff, like this fancy rock formation, or these sand dunes. But have you ever wondered how these super cool stuffs were made? Simple, through weathering and soil erosion. Weathering is a fundamental Earth process that involves the breaking down or alteration of rocks into sediments. It basically changes rocks from a hard state to a much softer, weaker state. Basically, it's a bunch of stuff giving rocks a good pounding till the rocks can't take it anymore. There are three types of weathering. There's physical weathering, chemical weathering, and biological weathering. The first two are the major types, but we'll discuss the third one too because we don't want him to feel left out.
Thanks, Phil.
No problem, biological weathering. Physical weathering is the mechanical disruption of rocks. This involves frost wedging, which is when water inside rocks freezes, causing them to break apart, or when rocks shatter due to temperature. Physical weathering is most common in cold climates. Next up is chemical weathering. Chemical weathering is weathering caused by water, hydrogen, oxygen, and mild acids. This includes oxidation, where oxygen changes a rock's mineral composition, and hydration, where water is absorbed into rocks, causing it to expand and deform. Finally, there's biological weathering. This type of weathering is caused or is assisted by vegetation or animals. Hence why it's called biological. Doesn't take a genius to figure that one out. When rocks are broken down, they turn into sediments like sand and dirt. These sediments are then moved around by a process that we call soil erosion. Soil erosion is the process by which weathered elements are deposited into new locations. It's basically responsible for the continued reshaping of the Earth's surface. Soil erosion is partly responsible for how our Earth looks like. Those beautiful rolling hills? Thanks, soil erosion. But not everything is fine and dandy when it comes to soil erosion. When things get extreme, bad things happen. One such extreme is a landslide. Landslides are fast-acting methods of soil erosion and are considered calamitous if it happens in populated areas. The sediment deposited by a landslide is known as its talus. There are 5 agents of soil erosion, and these are wind, water, waves, glaciers, and gravity. Wind causes soil erosion by carrying sediments from one place to another, just like what happens in deserts. Water, on the other hand, causes soil erosion when it rains, which is called splash erosion, or through sheet erosion, which is when water floods and flows across the soil. The third agent, waves, such as in beaches and coastal areas, cause soil erosion by carrying sediments towards the current. Go with the flow, because sediments are cool like that. Glaciers and ice cause soil erosion through either plucking or abrasion. Plucking is when glaciers move and pluck pieces of bedrock off. Abrasion is when these glaciers gouge the rocks underneath them. Finally, we have
Gravity is working against me.
soil erosion caused by gravity works by having sediments and rocks pulled down the slopes of mountains and hills. Now you might be thinking, gee, that's a lot of complicated stuff about dirt getting tossed around. Well, damn right it is! Studying soil erosion is important in a multitude of ways. Not just for the world, but for you as well. Weathering and soil erosion plays a huge part in shaping how our Earth looks like, and partly on how biospheres function. These fundamental processes have allowed for hills, plains, canyons, and sand dunes to form, forming the habitats of countless species over time. Did you actually think that something involved with changing the Earth's landscapes could actually be unimportant? The study of these processes have given scientists better insights about how our Earth works. These insights have allowed for experts to pinpoint hazard-free locations for relocation programs. Because part of a good relocation program is ensuring that the people you're relocating don't die. In a more personal sense, having knowledge of weathering and soil erosion is a fundamental part of disaster preparedness. Because let's face it, landslides can happen to anyone. Except mermaids. But you're not a mermaid, so it's your responsibility to know what causes soil erosion and how to prevent it. One such method is to plant trees. The roots of trees hold the soil together, preventing landslides. Trees are so awesome that they not only give us oxygen to breathe and prevent floods, but they also save lives by preventing landslides. So trees, you the real MVP. I'm Philip Nery, and thanks for watching The Science Bedroom.